See, this is power. This voice, this is power.
Yes, my people. This is the Outspoken Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. This is episode 40. 40 episodes, 40 weeks. It's amazing. I am your host, the Just Rhyme champion, flow poet, screenwriter, filmmaker, although we're joined by someone today that is a real filmmaker. So
you're a fake filmmaker.
So I'm a bit, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Tempted
and a
filmmaker.
take joined by
Just Naeem, guys. And you guys can call me Naeem. And I am one of the hosts on this podcast. I am the host of my new YouTube channel, Just Bros. And I am the social media content creator for Atlantic Glow. Go check them out, guys. And we are joined by...
YA, international spoken word artist, performance poet, NY awarded international slam champion, flow poet, writer, artist, playwright, singer, songwriter, founder of the Young Wordsmith Project, host and resident poet at Chocolate Poetry Club, host of The Word on Soho Radio Thursdays 4 to 6, and mentor for the RTB Collective. What up, people?
Amazing. And today we are joined by a very, very special guest, someone I've wanted to get on the podcast for a very long time, someone that is an actor, director, poet, public speaker, and author. We're joined by Ashley Bilal Chin, people.
Woo!
Yes. You lot's intros are bigger than mine, bro.
No, man.
I'm just chin, like.
Yeah, we're a bit extra with this, man. How was your journey into the studio, man?
Well, every day's a busy day, but I can't complain. Alhamdulillah. I live quite far, so it's getting stressful. Like everything I have to do is a minimum 60-mile journey.
Because I always thought you lived like nearby, not like... I thought you lived like north or something, man.
No. I had some time where I spent, but I'm always on the outskirts.
Yeah. So not north-south. I thought you lived in south.
Yeah, but on the outskirts. I grew up south.
Yeah, that's what I thought, innit?
Come on, you're doing something wrong if you're still living where you grew up.
I don't know.
I grew up in South and I'm
You're
still in
still
South.
Nah.
I enjoy my ends,
Not
innit?
doing something wrong, not doing something wrong. But
I'm trying.
I feel like it's like sometimes it's progressive if you can get away.
Yeah.
Like, so-
Yeah, man, definitely. But you know, you're someone that wears a lot of hats. Actually, yeah, like you're doing a lot of things, yeah, and people can see that. But what people don't see is like the dedication, the commitment, the hard work, the grafting that takes place behind the scenes. So I want to know is like, how do you motivate yourself to have that sort of work ethic, to have the sort of drive that allows you to maintain and keep going, keep striving for what you want to achieve?
To be honest, I feel like I haven't got no other option. Like, no one's gonna do it for me. I haven't got a big family. I've got no one to rely on. So if I don't get it, and I'm not one of those people that, you know, like lives with expectations from other people. Like some people, like are forever like reaching out to people, like, can you help me do this or can you help? And I'm not saying I've got anything against them, but I've just never had that in my character. I can't reach out like, excuse me, can you help me like do this? Can you help me get this? So unless I really get my feet down and get stuck in and achieve stuff, I'm gonna sleep outside on the streets because I got no other option. Like I have to work hard. Or there's no support system. That's it. It's just me. I'm relying on myself. I've only got myself to rely on. And some people, it's like, you know, they don't have that drive and that motivation, but it's all right because their mum's going to pay the rent or their dad's going to pay it or their uncle or their auntie's going to help or grandma's going to help or they're staying at their auntie's or they're living with their cousin. Like it's easier for them to get by. Do you understand? Like, or mum's cooked dinner today so they don't have to worry about where they're getting dinner from. Do you understand? They just go downstairs and warm it up. Like, it's a bit different for me. Everything's me for years, so that's where my motivation comes from.
I guess that's why you're able to like, because a lot of the stuff you've done, you're able to bring it forth, isn't it? Like stuff that you've accomplished, you're able to manifest it because you've relied on yourself to make it happen, isn't it? So the only reason I'm saying that is because I've worked with you in a few things as well, in terms of like other films that will not be named basically because they're not even out yet. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know I'll give you a reference which. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What films did we work on that ain't out?
That ain't still out. See, that's what I
Just
mean.
have to edit it out this bit and just tell him.
Yeah, some short films.
Some short films that are still not out yet, that are still there.
Yo, you don't know me.
Well, I make so much films. I'm just
Exactly.
like,
That was one of those ones.
I'm
But that's
confused.
that's kind of like
the ones, the ideas that we never made though.
that's it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ideas, yes.
Bro,
But they
there's
were
a
meant to
thousand
happen.
ideas. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The thing is, those things is funny. It was like they were meant to happen and it never happened.
Bro, that's life, bro. I've had. If I could tell you now, I don't have meetings.
Yeah.
Someone will hit me up yesterday, bro. Let me know when you're free. Let's hook up. I got this great idea. I'm not free. I'm not free for any ideas. Like, that's it.
Action.
Like, there's no. Even that meeting is taking too much out of my life. It's too busy. I done those meetings so much that I'm allowed to now say I'm not free for those meetings. I'm not free. No, we'll get
Yeah.
food and no. That's taking a lot out of my day.
Yeah.
Unless it's definitely, do you know how much times I had meetings like, let's sit down, let's plan, we got this idea, we're going to do this, and you're putting in, I'm doing that 60-mile drive,
for real.
I'm putting in that effort, and I'm taking out that day, and then months pass and nothing's happening.
Nothing.
That's not my style.
Yeah, waste time.
I don't
isn't it?
talk about things unless it's happening.
Happening right now.
So that looks bad on me because if
Yeah.
I go back to my people and say, I'm doing X, Y, Z, we're gonna do that, get the crew ready, get this ready, we're da-da-da, and then they're like, what's happening? It makes you look like you're just and that's not my
Just a
style.
talker.
So now those meetings, they won't see me. I'll send a spokesperson to the meeting, and as soon as it's green lit, I'll turn up.
I'm actually standing today. So you
turn up.
want to talk about my idea?
Yeah.
Listen, no, but I respect that though, because obviously you got things you're doing. You're involved in a lot of big things right now, a lot of big projects, and one of those big projects that you're involved in or have recently made is Faith.
Yeah.
You know, your first feature film, which stars Top Boy's Hope Ipoku. Hope
Yeah.
I said his name right. This is game changing, man. It's game changing because, to my knowledge, I don't know if there's actually someone that's had the sort of success that you have on the Muslim scene translate to mainstream as well in the way that you have, and I just think it's amazing. Like you're using what you have available to you and what you've been working on to change perceptions of what a Muslim can and cannot achieve. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But they, do you know, to be fair, they boxed me. I was never in any scene. I've always just been an individual. They put me in that box. Like, I've been in the mainstream film industry since 1998. Do you understand? I converted to Islam and I spoke about my life. That's it. To whoever wants to hear it. Like, I'm not teaching this religion. I'm talking about my life. It's like, I can't go to, if I'm studying science for a year, and I'm enjoying it and I think it's amazing, we're just making fires and we're playing with chemicals, I could come to my friends and say, listen, I'm doing science, it's bad. The teacher done this, this is doing that, this is doing that. And where you lot might all go, I might go study some science, you know. But I can't come to you lot and start teaching you science. I'm not I'm not in the position, I can't teach no one science. Like, so if I start teaching you science and you lot are getting it wrong, it's not my responsibility. I should not be teaching you in the first place. I'm not all I can do is make you lot say, it sounds good, we want to go to his class. I found this religion of Islam at 19 years old. It's absolutely amazing. I might tell you about it. I can't teach you. That's it. I went and found it. Go and find it yourselves. Someone's there to teach you. And this is what people get wrong. Like, they put them in a box. Like, he's my this, he's my that. Like, he's my teacher. That's my role model. Bro, you can't put that responsibility on me.
Yeah.
That responsibility is mad. But this is
Yeah.
why we got suicide.
Yeah.
See, that's why there's suicide and all that. We put people under too much pressure and under too much responsibility to hit certain expectations. And where they feel like, whether it's what they look like, they're expected to look a certain way. If they can't look like that, they're depressed. They're expected to be a certain way. If they can't be like that, they're depressed. If they're expected to have a certain amount of following, if they don't have it, they're depressed. We put all this expectation and pressure on people that these targets are unrealistic. People can't meet them. So this is why everyone's doing a video like, hi guys, I'm suffering from anxiety, I'm depressed, I can't, like, because everyone's not meeting what, that pressure's mad.
I have
So,
a question. How do you manage that balance then? Like, understanding that you're not associated with the responsibility aspects of somebody else's decisions and their actions based on you and your actions. But like, how do you protect your peace?
Wait, you know what? It's difficult, but you have to, like, the same way you said, you have to balance it. It's like, for example, I shot a film. I was doing Faith book, It was a lot of work. Put the book out, done a launch. Then I was shooting a film. Then as soon as I saw a window of 8 days, I went to Saudi. Just booked it, right? I got an 8-day break, going Saudi, put my slippers and my phobe on. I'm sitting down for a few days by the Kaaba. And then I come back now and it's like go to work in Gambia. And we work with the orphans for a bit. So I'm rotating. These different situations help. It helps. So like as soon as you get caught up in that, then you go do a bit of that. And then a bit of that.
It regulates
Then a bit
you,
of that. Yeah. And the truth is, when you're saying balancing it, like, see, when I was in, like, just recently, I was in Saudi, chilling by the Kaaba, gone up to my hotel, and I was looking at, like, you look at life, like, in a certain way, and I was looking online, yeah, at some comments. I posted something, I was looking at some comments, and I was thinking, we got it so wrong, you know? We got it so wrong, like, it's just better to just not speak. Don't they understand? Like, just allow it, just don't speak. Like, you really don't understand. It's better to just not speak. Because I'm thinking, you're coming from a religious perspective. You're coming from a know-it-all. Like, just humble yourself. Just act like we don't know it all.
Just
like, we're not like...
Yeah. Just to add on to what you said, isn't that something that Umar ibn Khattab said as well, isn't it? He said when it comes to things, he said when it comes to certain situations, just don't speak. Because it's better for you to not to speak in those situations.
Just generally, anyway, in this
matters which don't concern you. You're not going to be questioned about this. It's better not to speak. So you see me, I just don't speak. I had my page on private for about 4 years.
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
Same amount. I went from like maybe 33,000 to 35,000. Like I was just staying there, coasting, because I realized my page had a bit of organization. Like there was never any arguments, there was never no comment battle. And I looked at the open pages, and it's like the commentary was so mad. I just thought I don't want to open my page, and because I've got a balanced audience, and my thing is, I love this faith, and when a non-Muslim says to me, "Boy, am I allowed to like comment on your page?" Because when I do, I feel like the Muslims, your fans or your Muslim audience are just gonna attack me. Wow. They're even scared, and I'm saying, nah.
That's sad, man.
They're saying, like I feel like your Muslim audience are just gonna go, rah. Like I'm not allowed, so I'm scared to comment on your page. Like, are we allowed, or are they gonna? And I'm thinking, how can religion be looked at like that? How can you be religious people and people are scared of you that you're gonna like? I was thinking, and then I've opened my page now. Within a week or two, I just started seeing arguing in my comments. People arguing with each other. Mad. And then I see a non-Muslim who knows me start attacking the person like, oh my gosh, Ashley's not like that. He's a good lad. So I said, you know what? Let me just delete this because look at that. Already, you lot are just on it. Like, I said, listen, I converted to this religion. There was a lot of beef before. I never come to religion to have more beef. Like, come on, I'm trying to live peaceful now.
That's
like,
crazy.
How do you deal with those sort of situations where, for example, because obviously there's certain expectations that the Muslim community may have on you in terms of what you're doing and that, right?
Wow.
But you do things where they're maybe organized by a Muslim organization, and you do things in the mainstream industry as well. So how do you deal with it when people kind of come at you with certain opinions that, you shouldn't be doing this because of this and that?
Well, I feel like they got good intentions, so I don't hate them for it. I think they got good intentions. They love their deen. If they see something they think's not right, they're just over like. Look, I got brethren they're just over like. I know people like we used to do it. Yeah. Like give each other bare advice. Like 1 minute we was on the road dealing with narcotics. Next 2 weeks later we're living in caves in Yemen studying. Like we're going from one extreme to another, and then we're emailing our friends like, stay away from that poetry, brother. This is any bid that will be in the fire and that. 2 weeks ago, man was on the end doing a madness. But when things easy and you just got this new, and then you're like back again, and it easily happens. It easily happens. But I reckon it's good intentions. A man loves his religion and he's talking about it the way he knows best, and he thinks that like, if you see something wrong, you're meant to change it. There's basic knowledge. Like, if you see wrong, you change it. So that's what he's trying to do. Yeah. But listen, I sat with some big scholars in Kuwait, and I brought a man to the class, and he's got like jewelry on. And the scholar never said nothing to him. He just invited him in. He's just done a brilliant lesson, had coffee with him, and then let him leave. I'm sitting there like, wow, you're not going to tell him that he shouldn't be wearing this jewelry. Like, he's got to take that off, surely. But he never said nothing. And then he come back the next week. Until I noticed by 3 weeks of him coming to classes, he took it off himself. And he said, no, because you said some story and I was thinking like, I'm not meant to. And I said, you know what? That's why you're the teacher and we're the students. Because you see us, if you come to my masjid before you even took off your right shoe, man would have been like, Assalamu alaikum, brother, let me just give you a little advice. You know you're not meant to wear that, it's haram for you. But and it's good intentions. He's not thinking he's doing something wrong. He thinks I'm doing something good. But you know what? We're not delicate and we ain't got that wisdom. So we don't know how to like articulate and to keep love within us. Everything's just right. Like, I'm scared to beef or war anyone who puts their head on the floor. I'd rather not argue. I don't care what you done wrong, I'm scared to offend you or to argue with you or to beef you, because it might be that Allah loves you and loves something in you, or He's forgiven you for that what you done wrong. You get me? And we know none of us. I just want to go to paradise. That's my only ambition. I want to go to paradise. And it says none of you are true believers until you love for your brother what you love for yourself, and you will not enter paradise unless you're true believers. Do you think I've got time to just argue with man who claims they're a believer? What if he is? And I'm just, listen. Someone said it to me the other day, bro, why are you with them brothers? Do you know what they done? Them man are this, them man are that. I said, bro, I'm going to let you lot do the beefing with them. I never come into this to beef. I don't know what they're on. I don't know. Maybe he made mistakes, maybe he didn't, but I'm just not here to beef anyone. Why do I want that on my scale?
No, you're right.
Why do I want that on my scale? And one of the biggest excuses we use for beefing is, no, but this one's a misguidance to the young. Goes back to that putting pressure. No, but he's misguiding young people. He's misguiding young people. He's misguiding. But you see, the truth is, halal and haram is clear, you know. Like, a man knows, rough, this is wrong, that is wrong. It's taught in the heart. It's not, there's ways of teaching it, but, like, the truth is, without Iman, that's when people struggle to follow what's halal and haram. Do you understand? And that's what we're not doing, building up people's Iman. That's what we should be doing. Rather than saying, do this, do that, we should be building up people's Iman. Because once people have got Iman, they know he's not meant to do that or he's not meant to do that. It makes it easier for them. But how I deal with it is I don't argue with a man. A man can give me advice. I say, listen, I love you for that because I know you got my best interests at heart. I might not agree with the way he's done it, but I know he's doing it. So I just say, bro, I've love for that. And I'm too old to argue with him. And if it's too rude, I might not even respond. But if it's polite, I'm going to say love for that, man. I love for that. And there might be some good in it that I can take. And that's it. I don't really argue with anyone. And if a post I post is causing too much fear, I delete the post. I'm just not here to create any problems.
You know, one thing that's good about what you said is that, so what you basically said, just to take one point from it, is that before you actually go to give someone knowledge, you learn hikmah. Well, learn hikmah. You learn about character and building yourself character manners. And building your manners. Because even when it comes to like big shayukh and teachers and scholars, they would, before they gave knowledge, they would learn how to deliver it and how to build within them that certain character. Because the Prophet ﷺ, if the Prophet ﷺ went to people with just knowledge, would they have taken that knowledge? No, they had to know that he's truthful, he's honest. He's kind. He's kind. He's got all his attributes that were given to him before he became a prophet. And when he delivered his message and gave his message to people, people listened. Yeah. Obviously there was backlash, but eventually, like slowly, people knew the Prophet ﷺ. They knew his character. They knew who he was. And when you see someone with beautiful character, you take any advice they give you.
Yeah, definitely. And I fully respect what you said as well about this idea of if things get a little bit too heated, then you'll even remove the post. I think that takes a lot of wisdom and just being able to say, okay, is it worth the hassle, you know? And it's not. You got to make that decision, because a lot of people wouldn't do that, especially if it's a post that's, you know, gone mad viral or something. People will be like, no way I'm taking that down. Do you know what I mean?
It is. I'm not here to like, I'm not a point prover. I don't need to win arguments. Like, I've got no battle with anyone or anything. Like, if they saw the battles we went through in our life, this is not battle. I've got no battle with anyone. Real no more battling. Like, that's it. Like, there's no fighting me when it comes to those type of things. Like, I just delete it. I don't need to prove, no, but I'm right. You're right. Listen, I just want Allah to open them doors for me. If you understood man's life, you would understand.
Yeah, I know.
That ain't even important, bro. I just need to know that. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, man, it just
We're
gives you the
working.
chance to focus on your achievements and that, innit? But I would love to go back to Faith for a second and just talk about,
Yeah.
you know, how you feel about making that achievement of actually having a feature film that's about to come out soon.
I think it was like I'm very honored. I'm very happy to be in that position. At the same time, I feel like I went through the stages, like where I was meant to be there now. Like I started off as just acting in feature films from '98 and doing like the Royal Court Theatre and 3 times the National Theatre 3 times. Like I was going through all the stages to where by 2008 I wrote my first feature film. So that's a decade in. And then that came out 2010, sold that to Sky Premiere, Netflix, like got a deal on a small scale, but that was my first film 10 years on. So now 10 years on from that, I think that Faith, this was right because to direct it as well, because I didn't direct the other one I wrote. I wrote it, co-produced, but I got a director to direct it. So what it is the industry though, like they will invest in what they think works or what they think sells and people want to see.
Yeah.
So for years, we're doing similar movies because that's what the industry is investing in.
Yeah.
Is a similar genre.
For real. Yeah, it's
So
true.
I'm trying to say like, I've been telling my story all around the world. And like, I know you think that, that's just for the Muslims, but trust me, this is a massive movie. Like, it's not just for a Muslim world. This is a big film. Like, that story is like, I'm saying, listen, are we not thinking outside the box? Look at Slumdog Millionaire, the story of a young Indian boy. Everyone can watch it and take from it.
Yeah.
If you look at City of Gods, the Brazilian, like, subtitles, but once a film's character driven and and you follow those characters on a journey, regardless, I'm thinking, look, I've been telling this story. Now is the time. I want to do a film that it's my film. Like, I'm in control of.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, but it takes time because not a lot of people are gonna want to invest in it, and especially if I say to a mainstream industry, I want to shoot a film, like this. I want it to stand alone. Is in a sense where I want it to have no music. Like whether you're of the opinion that music's okay or music's not okay, I want my film to have no music because I want it to stand alone. I want it to have that style. I want my film to have not one swear word in the whole film.
I love it, man.
There's not one swear word. There's not one bit of nudity in the whole movie. Like there's not one even kiss in the whole movie. Like that's how
incredible,
So it takes for me to take the reins now, but if I go to certain production companies, they're not going to see the vision in it. So it kind of takes for certain people to understand and believe to say, yeah, bam, let's do this. But yeah, I'm excited. Next year, we'll see.
Well, it's next year coming out, yeah?
Yeah. Now I just done the book, this is to mark a journey.
Yeah.
It's like a chapter. So it's not like the novel. It's like from the beginning, like the streets to Islam. So I've wrote about this is it, like
You'll get a close up on that, man.
this was the journey, this is the journey I went through.
Sorry.
I don't know if you can
It's
get
just
it.
funny how he's doing it.
Yeah. And then I got
The design is
some of my
amazing as
first
well, man.
poems. You get me? Like, how could I not believe in God? Look how much I gained after everything I lost.
Wow, it looks amazing. That looks
Bro,
sick.
Seriously,
my
the
trust.
design is beautiful as well.
Bro, these all sold out, by
Look,
the way.
This is a sad reality. We become a nation that doesn't worship the Creator. We worship His creation. Have you ever been to the mountain, stand upon them, ponder on them, look at the clouds that hover over them, look at the sky, try and understand the life of the birds that fly, look at the sea, watch the sun. Hey,
Oh, no, so these are some of these are your poems as well, yeah?
Yeah. Some's never been heard before.
Yeah.
Like those ones you lot would have never heard.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
some of it is
yeah.
so like for example, I will put that Layla.
Layla,
And you know what's coming.
Big track.
Forgive
That was
me
a
for my
big track,
sins,
yeah.
forgive me for my shortcomings, forgive me. And then it's the dunya, trying to find a diamond in a bucket full of stone. So I will pick the lines from the poem that stood out to me. And then I'll do the poem and then design it with an image that You get me? And that's the main line. Forgive me for my
How
sins.
long were you like working on this? Because this is seriously unbelievably
Amazing.
well designed. Like,
Yeah.
mashallah.
Do
it's
you remember
incredible.
life? Council
beautiful.
flats and prayer mats. That was my best line. in that.
Yeah.
Council flats. So
Subhanallah,
that's
man.
what I've got there.
Yeah, man, we
And
remember
bam,
these,
but
man.
yeah.
These are amazing. Absolutely. But it looks so sick.
This must have
It's
taken
so
a really
visually
long time
appealing.
to,
Yeah.
That
to
was
produce, though,
Got a
right?
childhood car, the Golf GTI. Yeah.
For the
Memories,
listeners, the
man.
viewers, and me, how do we get our hands on
Yeah,
that?
do you know what I did? Like I said, I don't like to ask people for things, so I published it all myself.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be self-published.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
of course.
Of
we
course.
knew from what you
I
were
knew
saying
what I
earlier,
wanted.
innit?
I knew what I wanted.
Bilal
You're going to tell me there's
Productions.
10 copies, aren't
Yeah.
I
you?
published it myself, and what I did is, like, I paid for them, and I just bought. I said, I don't know. Do one? You know, I'm not saying a humble, but you don't think, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell out. So I just said, let me just get 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, alhamdulillah, that 500 is practically, you might as well say, gone. So what I'm gonna do is now
You're gonna get free for us.
it's
innit?
hard to like. I realize I need a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dealing with that,
subhanallah.
everyday orders,
Yeah.
orders. It's
Yeah.
like sending out, and then dealing with emails. Sorry, brother, I'm still waiting on my book. What's your name? What's your order?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I need a team. Like, alhamdulillah, Allah bless the family to help me with it. So they've been dealing with the orders. May Allah bless them. And
Ameen,
but
ameen.
like, it's too much for them to even do. So I feel like maybe now, this is when I'll have conversations with publishers and say, look, I done it myself. I done 500 copies in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
Let's do a deal now and let's put it in the shops and take the stress off my back. Do you understand? But I just wanted to see, so now they can see, like, and then and I actually want to change the cover because this material is not. I wanted the matte black heart, which is nice, but it's another version I wanted better.
You went
this
better than
even.
that, yeah.
Yeah. So on my next batch, it will be a next cover.
Well, it looks
genuinely
sick.
No, but it
looks
does. It looks
incredible.
nice. It looks nice. I'm
Mashallah,
happy.
serious.
But that's my second field is design, innit? Art, like interior design, art design.
You can
that
tell, man.
that's
like,
my-
serious.
minimalist and stuff. Yeah.
So like, just speaking about that, because obviously you got the book, you got films, you got your own clothing brand as well, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm so particular.
Yeah.
I never bring stuff out. Like, I've got.
Because
I'm waiting for
yeah.
the right. But I've got the long coat, the mat, the jean jacket.
yeah,
that I've
because there's
made.
stuff on your. Because I remember the stuff on your Instagram, and I've
Yeah.
actually seen you wear pieces as well that you actually
I
designed
make
yourself.
Most of my pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any premieres I
bro,
go,
he's got
it's
his
all
own
my
designs.
pieces.
That's actually
Yeah.
That's just
Because
amazing.
because I remember when you telling me you telling me the story about how you made your first hat, and that, was it which hat was
That
it?
was with Statement. To be fair,
with statement.
Yeah. So he had a Hope Dealers thing going
Yeah.
on, and then I said, like, if you do the Arabic,
Yeah.
you get me. This was in like 2010.
But you basically begun that trend.
Yeah,
because
this
that
is like
became a
2010.
fat trend. Yeah.
Even though he made one for me, then I remember him phoning me. Shout out to Statement, and he was like, "Bruv, bare people are asking for it."
See,
And you know, see, again, it's like it's like with the film. It's like people think, is that a Muslim thing? People always think of this Arabic. Is that a Muslim thing? I said, listen. It's like, do you remember when Chinese tattoos? Everyone wanted them.
Yeah.
They're gonna want this
They're gonna
Arabic
want
hat.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, but ain't it just trust me? They're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
want this
that,
Arabic
yeah.
hat. And I said, listen, trust me. Just give me 100 of them.
yeah.
That was it. 100 went in about 2-3 days.
Makes sense.
There you go.
Everyone
There you go.
gets
Mad
wore it
thing.
at the BT. This one was. I remember Giggs wore it on his interview with GRM Daily. Like, and then that reaches to where more football players are asking me like the Arabic hat, and then before you know it, there was like 30 companies doing Arabic hat.
Because
Yeah.
when it I remember the craze in 2010, and when it happened, and then you saw like a few years later there was just like so many different Arabic hat designs and stuff like that.
I
And I
remember the
always
time,
always
yeah.
come back to that time because I know I feel like Muslim Bilal just started that.
Now I'm taking that one 100%.
Yeah.
Because I never saw it before. I never
Exactly.
saw it before I
Exactly.
done
Yeah,
it.
yeah, before you
That's
did
one
it,
thing I can say. I
yeah.
never saw
Even,
it before I
You
done it.
initiated it.
Even Supreme did their own version, not the
Yeah,
not the Arabic hat,
yeah,
but they
yeah.
have their own
Yeah,
Arabic.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it says Supreme in Arabic.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's mad how this trend came
Yeah.
from Muslim Bilal, bro.
But that's
Absolutely
just
epic.
to show the hard work. It's just to show the hard work that you've put in over the years. You know what I mean, and the things that you've achieved because of that dedication, that passion, and that commitment to what you're doing.
But we have to, and I think that's like more the way to inspire. Like, you know, like that's all we can do is like inspire like that, like by doing things like, well, look, them man have got their own podcast. Maybe we can do that, or look, this guy's making short films, or maybe we could do that, or because the truth is, there's a bigger problem. Like we can all like talk online, like, yeah, look at the comment you made and that, but there's a bigger problem. As a mum whose son is lost and, and she's scared for him, I get the messages. And he's got a knife and he's gonna kill someone and that, like, there's people getting killed every day. Like, the messages I get from sisters scared for their brother. Do you know how sad it is? A girl could tell me, look, my brother's 17, I don't know what to do. She's sending me pictures of what she's found in his room. And that, like, like, there's certain mums crying, they've had to bury their sons. There's some real drama going on out there. So I think that's a bigger problem, is like, just like, abiding by the law of the lands first, like not committing these crimes and killing each other. I had to go Dublin not long ago because the brothers got stabbed up during Ramadan, stabbed to death. Like, and they're gonna retaliate now. They're gonna want to kill someone back, and this is a major problem. So this is like, when I was young, we never had YouTube, so we wasn't exposed to so much. We never had Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. We never so we were exposed to opportunities. Now you're exposed to so much. We can show them, like, look, I'm gonna do this business. Where now in this era, I'm telling you, we never saw people like us as role models. Now you can look on the radio stations and see hosts like you are hosting, comedians doing big like you. They're big comedians. You can see, like, people making films like yourself, people in the music, every industry has got people like that just come from Tottenham or just come from Brixton or just come from Hackney, doing well in that industry, clothing brands, Trap Star, these guys are from West London, look how international that's gone, Ben like all these clothing lines, people are owning shops now and all that, like Just Muslim, the cave now, like we got the shop, this is where, Sunnah Mosque, I went to their anniversary yesterday, I said, Kazi, you remember when you was selling little...
But you was standing on the side of the road, fam.
On the side of the road. Man. Now you got a shop and then...
So crazy, bro.
There's a lot more people can do now. And this is what we got to do. Expose it, show it. Like, that's it. Me doing this, I guarantee a man's going to say, I need to do my book, you know. That's not copying me. That's just man taking inspiration and saying, you know what? Let's have some more people doing their own books. Let's have more people doing, oh, do you know what? I saw you doing that. I'm going to start doing that and start. That's all it is. That's what it is. Getting people off them, like, utilising what we got. Because we're living in a time now where I don't even think people have to do crime anymore. Like, I'm not saying making an excuse for us when I was young, but there's so much opportunities now. There's so much platforms. So... yeah, that's more the inspiration we got to be throwing out there, really. There's a bigger problem at hand rather than, like, who's, like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I fully understand what you're saying, but it's been amazing to have you here today with us on the Outspoken podcast. We truly are grateful that you've come in today and shared this wisdom with us, man. It's been very beneficial.
That's cool. So I'll be back.
Thank you.
I'll be back.
Bro, we would love to have you back.
Definitely.
Whenever you're ready, we'll have you back, honestly, man.
I'll be back. Most of my things that... most of my things are on my page. You were saying, sorry, how can you get it? It's all on my page, man. All on my Instagram, mostly. But we'll try to get it in the shops. I think the main shop I'm going to put in the cave around the corner.
Listen, bro, we'll do that.
Well, we were down the road, bro.
Anyway, we
can
support you.
You get me?
Any way we can support, seriously, inshallah, because what you're doing is inspiring, and, you know, alhamdulillah, may Allah continue to allow you to achieve what you want to achieve.
But we're going to try to be the first people to come into the cinema to watch your film, bro.
Bro, we can't wait. Listen,
we've
I'm
said it,
excited.
said it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
We're waiting
I
for it,
can't
bro.
wait. I'm waiting for the release date, bro.
I'm excited.
I want to pre-order tickets, bro.
I remember I was watching, I remember I watched, there was something on BBC, I think it was Bodyguard.
Oh, yeah.
Bodyguard.
And the first scene, hijabi girl in the toilet, I'm going to do it. She's going to detonate the bomb now. Allahu Akbar. And I was just thinking, every show, every show, they show the Muslims, it's just straight away, Allahu Akbar. What are you come to my country? Allahu Akbar. I was thinking...
And she turned out to be the bad guy at the end of that as well, isn't it?
I was saying, what? Are we not going to put one show out there that shows us? But you know what we're going to do? We're going to complain. We're going to complain. The media disrespects us. Why are you always diss us? Why do you... No. Just put out our own media. Like, we're watching their shows and complaining about them every single show. No wonder why. Look, people, there's a tragedy in New Zealand. And then someone tweeted after, I'll never forget, after that big tragedy in New Zealand, someone tweeted, I'm not being funny, but it's mad how everyone's so sad that innocents have died in a mosque. But do they not kill loads of innocents, like, all the time?
Wow.
So... at first I'm thinking it's ignorant, but then I was thinking, but hold on. This woman is in that part of the world, yeah. She don't know us. As far as she knows,
Yeah.
she's probably thinking, what? Didn't they go in a concert and just kill people?
Yeah.
Didn't they just go on a
it's
bus
kind
and
of
do it?
mad.
Don't they do that? Like,
Yeah.
that's I'm saying to her understanding and knowledge. And
Yeah.
how are we gonna show her? No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
We have to take control of this.
I agree.
This media and do stuff and put it out there and make them go. Listen, I was working with a man in the film industry, and I said I got a shot because I'm going to Saudi Arabia on an edit, and he said, yeah. I've heard Saudi Arabia is nice. I'd like to go, but you know what? I swear too much. I heard if you swear, they'll cut your head off or cut your hands off.
Oh wow.
Saying, wow, this is what.
Because that's what they do. They brainwash you.
So
or
we got-
feed information
work
into
So
the
we got to
media.
use
lot
what
to
we
do,
have
man.
We got
available
work to
to
do,
us to change people's perceptions.
And we're not helping with all this online arguing.
Yeah.
They're definitely that kind of people. Well, you say one thing wrong, they're just like.
Bro, it's bad.
Like-
But it's not even just like online argument. It's like brother against brother, bro. Do you get me?
It's
Man are beefing,
it
like
is
it's
too
mad.
much. It is too
I think-
much.
Yeah,
man.
it's mad.
But
It's
all they
mad.
need some faith, man. That's it.
But listen, they do.
They need some faith.
That's a
innit?
good note to
Main-
end it on.
Maintain your faith. Game-changing film. Faith the film will be coming out next year in 2020. We cannot wait. Thank you so much, Muslim Bilal, for joining us here today on the podcast.
Thank you.
I am your host and the Just Ram champion and the Flow poet, and a take joined by
Just Naive Guys, the host of this podcast, host of Just Bros, and the social media content creator for Atlantic Glow. Go check them out. Joined by.
YA. That's it.
That's
Check
it.
That's
the
it.
one before.
And of
Check the
course,
one
we have
before.
been joined by.
Ashley, Bilal, Chin.
Hey.
Thank you so much, people, for tuning in. Until next time, people, remember, we love you.
3,000.